Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Leah. If you are new here, go ahead, subscribe to my channel right now before we move any further along. If you are true here, welcome back. I hope you are doing well. Okay guys, let's get straight into the word. Today's word is called reverse attack. Okay? And my message is coming from Esther. I love Esther so much. The queen. Okay. So I'm going to be reading the entire chapter 7 from Esther. But guess what? Before we do that, I want to challenge you guys to go read Esther chapter 6 first and then read 7 so that you can kind of understand more. And if you're up to it, you can just go back to the complete beginning, okay? But okay, so let's start with Esther chapter 7. So when we get into reverse attack and I say the things I say, it will all make sense, okay? So I am reading from the NIV version. So verse 1, chapter 7. Esther chapter 7, verse 1 says, So the king and Haman went to Queen Esther's banquet, and as they were drinking wine on the second day, the king again asked Queen Esther, What is your petition? It will be given to you. What is your request? Even up to half the kingdom, it will be granted. The Queen Esther answered, If I have found favor with you, your majesty, and if it pleases you, grant me my life, this is my petition, and spare my people, this is my request. For I and my people have been sold to be destroyed, killed, and annihilated. If we had merely been sold as male and female slaves, I would have kept quiet, because no such distress would justify disturbing the king. King Ahasuerus asked Queen Esther, Who is he? Where is he, the man who has dared to do such a thing? Esther said, An adversary and an enemy, this vile Haman. Then Haman was terrified before the king and queen. The king got up in a rage, left his wine, and went out into the palace garden. But Haman, realizing that he had already decided his fate, stayed behind to beg Queen Esther for his life. Just as the king returned from the palace garden to the banquet hall, Haman was falling on the couch where Esther was reclining. The king exclaimed, Will he even molest the queen while she is with me in the house? As soon as the word left the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face. Then Harbona, one of the eunuchs attending the king, said, A pole reaching to a height of 50 cubits stands by Haman's house. I think cubits ended up being like another version of this. Guys, it's like 75 feet tall. Crazy, right? So it says, a pole reaching to a height of 50 cubits stands by Haman's house. He had it set up for Mordecai, who spoke up to help the king. The king said, Impale him on it. So they impaled Haman on the pole he had set up for Mordecai. Then the king's fury subdued. Okay, y'all, so as we get into the message, reverse attack. Like, I love this name, and the way God gave me this topic was crazy. Because I've read Esther so many times. I'm just like, God, what do you... I mean, I know, in his word there's so much, but I just couldn't figure out, like, what he wanted. And then he was like, reverse attack. And then I read it, and I was like, oh, my gosh, this is so good. Okay. So, God is saying in these two chapters, chapter 6, remember I asked, go back and read chapter 6. We just read chapter 7 together. These two chapters, God is saying in these two chapters that the very scheme and plan that the enemy and your enemies put together to humiliate, kill, destroy, and lie on you is the same scheme and plan they will fall subject to. Y'all, that is crazy, right? So we see how in verses, what is it? 8. No, in verses 9 and 10, where it was talking about the pole that was set up, and the king said to impale him on it. So you see how how Haman had the pole set up, had the whole plan together to kill Mordecai. And the king's like, yeah, use that. He already set up his own pole to kill himself. Go ahead, use that and get rid of him. Excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to get rid of this cold. Lord, please, excuse me. So yeah. So God is saying, like, he's going to, like, they are planning and doing all this scheming to set you up, and they don't even know that they're setting themselves up. God said, while they are out there planning your demise and downfall, they don't even know they're setting up a plan for themselves. Also, God said that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And as it was already stating God's word, how Esther found favor with the king, God said that you have found favor with me. And because of this, you are divinely protected. So I'm here to tell you, you guys don't have anything to worry about. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. And don't forget, it's going to be a reverse attack. Whatever plans, schemes, tricks the enemies has set out to destroy you, to annihilate you, to kill you, to set you back, to slow you down, whatever it is, they're going to fall into those same traps, okay? That is my word for today. Don't forget, if you are new here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget, for all of you watching, like this video. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.